Hey guys, welcome back to another Python Basics tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing part 1 of lists. Okay, so what are lists? Well, technically down to the core, they're a collection of data types, such as strings and numbers. Let's see what this is. So I'm going to create a variable, x, and give it a list value. Okay, so I created a list, x is equal to a, b, and c, and it's enclosed by brackets and separated by commas. Let's print what this is. Okay, so we get the result, obviously. And it's a collection of data types, as you can see. We're collecting 3 strings here, and we can also put numbers in and mix them up. No harm done. Okay, so what are lists used for? Well, I'll give you an example. Say you're making a tic-tac-toe game. You'll have your 9 squares, and you need to keep a list value 1, 2, or 3 for not used, X, and O. See, that's what kind of lists are used for. Lists are also going to be helpful when we do our next type of loops, which are going to be for loops. Lists are very helpful in that. Okay, so what else can we do with lists? Well, we can look at single pieces of a list. Say you want to look at, well, first, we actually have to talk about the psychology of a list. You have 0, 1, and 2. This is how Python organizes it. You'll have your first element, which is actually 0. So say you want to print out the first element. You would do, in brackets, after the x, or the list value name, 0, since you're printing the 0th element. Oh yes, we have to comment this out. Okay, so we get A. Perfect. So what if you want to print B? You do 1. And for C, pause the video and you could think about that. But the answer is pretty obvious. It's 2. Okay, so now, what else can we do with a list? How can we actually change the list? Well, we can do 2 things for this video. In the next video, we'll talk about some more things. We can add stuff to a list or take out a list, things from a list. Okay, let's take a look at this. So, what if you want to add something to a list? We'll do x.append. Make sure you spell it right, because that can cause you some problems in your code. And you can append whatever you want to append. I want to append a D, so I can work more on the alphabet here. And we have to print it to get our result, because this is after it, so this is before, and this is after our appending, and we get D. But what if you want to take out D? You can do X. There's actually 2 ways to delete stuff. You can delete it by their index, like a 0, 1, or 2, or you can delete it by their name, like D. Let's do both. You'll do X.pop. Pop will do it for the index. We can pop off the 3rd element, because 0, 1, 2, 3. And if we print this, we will get ABC because we popped off the D. Or we can literally pop off the D by its name. So we can do x.remove D. Now if you print X, we get that. So this is it for lists for this video. In the next video, we'll talk about slicing lists, and I'll leave some few notes in the documentation and a couple of links as well. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.